Ashe family. I have not been on YouTube in a fat minute. I just been trying to juggle a whole bunch of different things, but Spirit connected with me today and wanted me to share a little bit more about my story since one of my videos you guys seem to like about the club. I've been really on my spiritual journey, connecting with scripture, connecting with God, connecting with source. And today I wanted to share a video that felt really close to home. I wanted to share a video of how scripture literally saved my life. Now, I've been going to church for a long time as a child, but ever since my grandfather passed away, my family stopped going to church, and we kind of just watched church like on TV. And reading the Bible and listening to scriptures was just something to show my devotion and to show up for my family, not really for myself. So when I came into times of situations where I needed God, I needed scripture, I actually was meant to see with my own eyes the power in which reciting scripture, praying can really have an influence on your life. Now, I'm going to give two examples of how reciting scriptures have literally saved my life. Now, the first time, I was in a very abusive relationship. I'm not going to give you guys the full slang down, but it was towards the end of the relationship. It was getting really bad. Like, I was calling the cops on this man, okay? He was punching holes in the wall. This man tried to blow up the apartment. Okay, so it was time to go. Okay, it was very much time to go. And I was in the deepest depression I've ever experienced. I really started dancing full time. When I lived with him, he convinced me that maybe I don't need a full-time job. Like, I can just, as long as I cover groceries and help with utilities and stuff like that from time to time, I decided that I wasn't going to work a full-time job. I was going to dance on weekends. And, for the longest, that worked out for me. I did not have to worry about too much. Dancing covered everything, and it was a good time in the economy. Well, when stuff started happening between us and the depression fell upon my heart, it was really hard to show up for work and show up for myself. I'm the type of person to where once dark feelings start to arise, all I want to do is just sit down on the couch and cry. Really just the scariest part of my life, and the person who I thought loved me turned their back on me and was scaring me. So my family only knew so much about that situation to where the only person I could really turn to was God. Now, during that time, during my dancing, I wasn't going to church. I wasn't reading the Bible. I wasn't really in tune with the Lord. But I do remember this one scripture, "No evil against me shall prosper." I don't know before, I don't know after. I still don't know. I'm still reading the Bible, okay, y'all? So please, but no evil against me shall prosper. I kept saying that consistently over and over and over again. No evil against me shall prosper. And once I started saying that in my darkest times, miracles started happening to get me out of that situation. When he tried to hurt me, it wouldn't go his way. I got myself into an apartment in a really nice area for a low cost. I was able to move out next month. I was getting money in random places. I had the energy to get myself out of this situation. Someone randomly cashed at me $200 instead for airplane flight. I still don't know who cashed at me to this day. I lost all hope in that situation. And I still didn't even feel fully connected to the Lord for him to bless me with the energy and the strength and the remembrance of that scripture to leave saved my life. That was the first time I believed in scripture. I believe words have power. I had faith in the unseen. The second time, which is very much more recent, I've been getting more into the Bible. I've been getting into more protection and protecting myself spiritually. So I've been reading more Psalms. And I don't know what gravitated my mind towards this, but I've always had issues with sleeping. And for the longest time, I wasn't dreaming, and I thought, well, maybe since I smoke weed, that really, affects the mind. Maybe that's not why I'm dreaming, and I'm not about to stop smoking anytime soon, so shit, fuck the dreams. No, not fuck the dreams. One day, I was scrolling on TikTok, and a girl in my similar situation said that she was being spiritually attacked. And she was reciting and listening to Psalms 91 prayer in her sleep, and she was able to get a better hold of the situation. Now, I don't know what made me, link two and two together, but the first night that I listened to Psalms 91 prayer in my sleep for 8 hours back to back to back, I started dreaming instantly the next day, and I have not stopped dreaming. If anything, my dreams have gotten more vivid and more imaginative. I never known the power of how scripture can truly protect us in this physical realm. How the layout of these words can really cause our physical realm to shift. I was dumbfounded reading the Bible from front to back because I want to have a better understanding of anything that could protect me. And it's not even going to stop at the Bible. It's going to be all spiritual and religious texts, because I do like to open up and absorb everything and have a good grasp on everything. But I just think it's so beautiful how those two moments deepened my trust in God, deepened my relationship. And the only reason I shared this story today is because I used to have a friend who's an atheist, and he used to say, how do you believe? How do you know that there's something out there? How do you believe? Because it's just debate this, debate that. I believe off of experience. I'm not looking at those debates. The unseen has shown up in my life, and those were just two instances that I'm naming. I could name lots of others, especially in the club, okay? Making it rain. But it's the experiences that you have with the divine that strengthens your faith. Nobody can strengthen your faith but the experience that you have with the divine. Kitty. So I just wanted to share that story today because it really resonated with me. Spirit, I had it on my mind, and I don't know if I'm going to upload this video or not, but Spirit just wanted me to share my story and see if you guys, if anybody resonates, or if you felt like any scripture strengthened your channel or helped you in life. Like, leave it down below. I'm happy to hear anybody's experience or what they resonate with. And it doesn't have to be the Bible. It can be any type of prayer or text that you've noticed really helped you. Leave it down below. Thank you.